through the city, no doubt, but don't say my cost. Say the is out. Newness, hit the anthem, put your hand.
I think I can get this posterizer back. Especially the Spurs.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Playoff game 1 now, history. Time for game 2 of this series here on 2K Sports. We're in the first round. Shaquille O'Neal is here, so is Kenny the Jet Smith. I'm Ernie Johnson. In this game, we'll see the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Oklahoma City Thunder in their house, Chesapeake Energy Arena. Looking at the Thunder, they took care of business in game 1, protecting their home court. Tonight, a chance to extend their lead and assert their dominance in this series. And after winning game 1, they've got another chance tonight on their home floor to maintain that home court advantage. Kenny, what does their mentality have to be tonight?
Well, they can't get overconfident. They can't have that feeling that I have right now. I just feel that I know what's going to happen. I'm a little overconfident.
You're overconfident? Yeah. Overconfident about what?
Because they're higher speed. They've got to protect their home court advantage.
Yeah, that's why. We don't even have to use the
We are just about ready to get underway here in Game 2 of the first round of the Western Conference Playoffs. 2K Sports brings it to you live once again. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. We've got the San Antonio Spurs facing the Oklahoma City Thunder. And take a look at the Thunder. A successful outing in Game 1 has them right where they want to be with a chance here, guys, to take Game 2 on their home court.
History tells us when you can win the first 2 games of a series, it's not 100% certain, but you give yourself a pretty decisive edge in the series.
Yeah, they'll take control with the win here, no doubt about that. So if you're the road team, it's even more critical to get this first one to survive in the series. Lose 2 in a row, and they'll go home with their backs clearly against the wall.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court for San Antonio. Defensive-minded Green and Leonard are the wings. Pau Gasol is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Haynes in at the 1 spot. Wasted no time on that one. Westbrook's got his first basket.
And right out of the gates, they are locked and loaded. 3 straight scores early.
Gasol kicks to Green. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. And he gets the bucket.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it. 4-point game. They won in their last outing, Saturday's game.
And it seems odd to say, given that they won that pretty easily, but really, they did not look especially strong in that game.
Yeah, and if there wasn't a scoreboard around, you would have thought it was a lot closer than it ended up being.
Here's Aldridge, following the basket by Russell Westbrook. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one, drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Serge Ibaka picks one up there. The Spurs shooting their first free throws of the game. First free throw is good. Both free throws good from Aldridge.
Boy, I tell you what, he does not look like your typical big man up there at the line. He has an excellent stroke and a percentage to match.
Now here's Gordon. Jordan the screen to the middle. Gasol with the steal. Gordon against Green. Passes it to Haynes. Outside Gasol. Gasol a screen on Durant. And the wide open shot from Green. Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
Outside Gordon. Five to shoot.
You're going the same different way as the freaking screens coming.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Aldridge with it. Back to Green. Spurs working the ball around now. Leonard on the wing, defended by Durant. Leonard draws the double. And here's Green outside. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Green's got his first 3 points of the game.
A lot of times in the first quarter, it will dictate how big a role a player has later on.
Outside Gordon. Great D that time from Green. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter.
We're going
outside Gasol. The pass to Haynes. 14 feet away. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
Just couldn't get a hand in the face on that one.
That's using what you got. He's got a height advantage, put it to good use there, and got himself a clean look.
Now here's Gordon.
I'll take it all badges.
Westbrook passes to Gordon. Shot to end this full run, and the shot is good. Gordon's got 5 points so far.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
From deep, Green, and again, it's the Spurs from deep.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
We're playing too much on the perimeter. Let's look to dump the ball inside.
What about volume shooting?
So both teams making some changes here.
Say 35 shots or more 8 times in
San Antonio leading. Durant the 3 and Ibaka the 4. Russell Westbrook out there with Gordon, and it's Jordan in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Westbrook kicks to Gordon. From deep 3-point range.
I don't think you gotta make it.
And the Spurs going the other way now. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Spurs got down to business. He finished with 22 points and was effective from long range as he got that scoring line by dropping in a good amount of threes. A truly dominating game from him and what was hopefully a sign of things to come. At least that's how the franchise is thinking, guys.
And thank you, Doris. It was a performance that has to have their upcoming opponents terrified.
Yeah, I think they'll be a little afraid. I mean, anybody who saw that game has to still be in awe of what he was able to do. Just absolutely dominant.
Well, I tell you, he was in such a rhythm and on a roll. He could have won that game all by himself.
And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
25 pointers, 3-pointers.
Now that we have them on, let's see who the best passing teams were in the regular season. Number 1, the Thunder.
You know, sometimes it's tough to give up the ball to a teammate, but the good teams do it. They don't settle for just a good shot. They're looking for the best shot. And these guys have been unselfish all season long.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Thunder trailing by 4. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here.
Hey, this is hard.
This one for 3, and he gets it to go. Gordon's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good
to
pass.
I'm on a footboard.
And almost 1 minute's gone here in the second quarter of play. Steps back and fires.
I'm just
they get the rebound.
Take it to the post.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Beyond the arc. Gordon with another miss.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
West a screen on Westbrook. Inside.
You better make them.
Shots good from West. And the Spurs lead by 3.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
25. You think you could do 25?
No good.
Or is that what you're
San
saying?
Antonio will go the other way with it. And Moore kicks to Leonard. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
And here's Gordon. 8 points for him. Clock at 4.
Ruben, I thought you were doing it.
No good off the front iron.
Oh,
looks like
boy,
he's
I
getting
tell you
clamped
what,
up
they
over
don't
there.
get much uglier than the quarter he's having.
Yeah, and it's not showing any signs, Greg, of turning around here soon. I mean,
You want me to try a new one?
basically gone AWOL.
I guess even he has took this one of those
Yeah, I
once
got
in a while.
Westbrook dishes to Durant. 46 seconds left in the first half.
Corner specialist.
Here's Gordon.
Screen
On
out.
deep.
Oh, that's too much screen.
How did he hit that shot?
I don't believe what I
How
just saw
in the
right
world?
Dead eye. Make 60 contested jumpers from 15 feet or further.
Great D that time from Westbrook.
That's
It's
one
not
he
gonna be
knows he should have drained.
Feeds to Gordon.
Of course,
Here's the three.
limitless
Again, the miss by
range.
Gordon.
Make 43s out. That's why I can't.
Outside Leonard.
Outside of 25 feet from the basket.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Spurs out in front. They lead by 3. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, Kevin, obviously a very close game. What has been your approach tonight?
Well, we're just trying to pack the paint. Those guys are great. So we're just trying to make them see a few guys, get some deflections, and get some easy baskets.
Kevin, thank you so much. A hard-working Kevin Durant, gentlemen.
Thank you, Doris, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for the third quarter of basketball.
Okay, fellas, listen.
It's the NBA playoffs. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action here in this game 2.
He is so British. Hold up. I can get this limitless range.
San Antonio leading by 3. On the court right now for the Spurs. Defensive-minded Green and Leonard are the wings. Aldridge out there at Pau Gasol. And it's Haynes in at the 1.
And you have to get
Timely
25
passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
And the basket by Gordon. San Antonio's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Aldridge, the pass to Leonard.
You know how long them passes are?
Pass to Haynes. Fires from 18. It's hauled in by Gordon.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
For the lead. Rebound San Antonio. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Gasol. And he drops it in from the low post. And the Spurs lead by 4. Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Outside Gordon. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 12. And here's Green outside. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 3 assists in the game.
Don't underestimate him. He can knock that down.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. outside Gordon. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Gordon's got 17.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Kane, he's checked in for Gordon. Gortat's checked in for San Antonio. Here's Haynes. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. And we welcome you back to our coverage of round 1.